This is hockey, the way it should be. Welcome to the Rockin' Hockey Show.
Come on, come on, come on. Raise your stick. Woo. Yeah. All right, pump your fist. Woo. Yeah. All right.
It's the Rockin' Hockey Show.
Welcome to the Rockin' Hockey Show, and now the guy who always loses to me in wiffle ball, Coach Dave Maximium. Hey, what's up, hockey and rock and roll fans? This is the Rockin' Hockey Show. We got great hockey content, and we got kick, rock and roll music to back it up.
So we say you like to rock, and say you like to hop. See you take it all the way to the back of the cage.
Hey, thanks for taking time to watch the show. I'm your host, Dave Maximium. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave your comments down below. Alright, before we get into what's new, I want to thank NHL veteran Rick Sealing for stopping by to Rockin' Hockey Lair, talking about what it takes to be a hockey player and how to score goals. If you haven't watched the show before and you like hockey, then this is the show for you. So buckle up your chin straps because we have great interviews not only with NHLers, specialists, but youth hockey players, youth coaches, anything that has to do with hockey, we got it. We got great on-ice skill development, tips, pointers, and yes, we got great music to go with it. Hey, today we got a great show for you right here in the Rockin' Hockey Lair. We got Ryan Winn. Yes, the Ryan Winn of social media and TikTok fame right here in the Rockin' Hockey Lair. We talk about hockey with Ryan. And great thing about Ryan, him and his brothers and his sister have been taking lessons since they're about this tall. Now all of them graduated on to play college hockey, and his sister's even on a national team. It's a great story of how Ryan's parents taught him and his brothers and his sister, not only how to have fun playing hockey, but how to respect the game and take their game to another level. And not only does Ryan play college hockey, but he also plays college baseball. And that is an amazing feat in itself of being a two-sport athlete at the college level. Ryan talks about juggling his time and his efforts, especially training in the off-season to be a two-sport athlete. And we also take a quick dive into Ryan's social media fame and his rise from doing vlogs on YouTube to being a TikTok superhero. And hey, you never know, Ryan may even break into a couple dance moves during the show. Today's on-ice skill development, we got another session of Skate to be Great, so make sure you don't miss that. All right, enough talking, let's get rocking. Say hi to the band. Alright everybody, buckle up your chin straps, tighten up your skates, hit that subscribe button because this is the Rockin' Hockey Show. The show where the hockey rocks. And the music sucks. Take it away, Lord Stanley's brother. Hey hockey and rock and roll fans, I want to take just a second to welcome Trotta to the Rockin' Hockey family. Check out the newly renovated Trotta 2.0 right off of 490 at Cobbs Hill at the new Culver Road Armory. TrottaRochester.com. 2 outdoor dining areas including a massive upstairs patio with a full bar. Man, you got to check out their 100 square foot TV wall above the main bar and an additional 8 large screen TVs throughout. Make sure you partake in the self-serve beer wall with over 50 beer and wine selections. Today's interview brought to you by Trotta. Check them out at TrottaRochester.com. Hey, welcome to the Rockin' Hockey Show. We are here in the Rockin' Hockey Lair with Ryan Winn. Ryan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Ryan is a college baseball player, college hockey player, and social media guru / YouTuber.
Yeah,
is that a good?
That's good. Yeah. Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, it's awesome. Listen, I appreciate it. You and I have known each other for a long time, and you've actually helped me out here in the Rockin' Hockey Show with some pointers on how to do things better. So I appreciate you coming on. So Ryan, I've always had an admiration for multiple sport athletes, especially at the college level. Mm-hmm. How crazy is it being a two-sport athlete in college?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it can be a little bit overwhelming for sure. So most of the guys that I go to school with that start playing 2 sports, they'll usually pick one, like
Right.
2 or 3 years into it, kind of, or just the second year, kind of drop one that is like kind of less important to them, or they're not playing as much. I went the Division III route, so I'm at Bowdoin College and then SCAC Conference, and I went that route because I wanted to play both sports and get a good education, obviously. Yeah, handling it in the fall is hectic because you got fall ball for baseball, and you're also doing, like heavy workouts because it's the season right before you're going into the winter hockey season.
Right.
So it fills up. Keeping up with studies is definitely hard. I've had some late nights, but it's worth it. Those guys are your family, both teams.
Right. And then you have your studies on top of that.
Yeah,
forget that's why you're really there, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's it gets heavy for sure.
So I know when I was playing college hockey, I couldn't wait for the season to be over because it's a long season and it's very grueling. And all of a sudden, March comes around and you got nothing to do. So as a college student and a college person, it's like, wow, this is awesome. I go to class, I get to hang out with my buddies,
right.
and I don't have to train anymore. But you go right from take your skates off and get right on the mound and start pitching.
Yeah, literally the next day.
So I want to talk a little bit about you growing up as a hockey player and a baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
Were both sports equal to you as you were growing up, or did you kind of just did one take precedence over the other, and you just happened to play the other? And at what point did you say, you know what, I want to be a 2-sport athlete in college?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd say I was more invested in hockey as a kid. Baseball was just more like I loved the game of baseball. I'm playing it because I love it. It's easy. I played right in Penfield Little League is where I was at. So and it was just fun. It was just a summer sport. I really didn't even think I was going to play college baseball, which is funny. I don't want to get too off track, but I was in high school, and I fully was like, I'm just going to play hockey in college. That was fully my mindset, and I'd been the number 1 starting pitcher for going into my second year. This is my junior year now. And our college counselor, huge baseball guy, came down and was watching a game. Basically saw me pitch. I threw really well. I think I let up a couple hits, no runs, complete game type thing, and then the next day called me into his office and he was like, "Hey, I've reached out to every Ivy League school, basically all of their baseball coaches." He's like, "Would you want to play in the Ivy League?" I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be cool." Yeah, so that was kind of my first.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that one, yeah.
Exactly, and I was like, that was kind of my first okay, maybe I might play baseball in college, kind of. So then I started thinking about that, but sorry, I didn't want to get too off track with that. But
no, it's very interesting, and like you said, it's funny how things just pop up, and you pitch one good game or you play one good game in hockey, and somebody notices, and it may take your life on a whole new track from there.
That's so true. Yeah.
Talking a little bit about your development as a young kid. You and I used to do a lot of lessons.
Yes.
I did them with your brothers. I did them with you individually. Mm-hmm. Your sister. A lot of lessons. You look back at your hockey career and where you're at now. Did you have fun with that? Did you think it was worth it? And if you had to do it again, would you do the same stuff growing up as a hockey player?
Yeah, I 100% think it was worth it. Yeah. Besides the backyard rink, that's the earliest kind of real work I remember putting into it, is these extra lessons that we'd have with you. And that extra work you're putting on the side, people say it all the time, it's cliche, work when people aren't looking, and
right.
you have to put in the extra work off the ice and stuff like that. It's as cliche it is, it's 100% true,
right.
So I remember doing those lessons, and even doing maybe I'd jump on an extra practice with Casey if their coach would let me on and stuff. Doing that extra stuff is what made me not even physically better, but just have more confidence mentally. It's I'm doing this stuff daily. I know I'm putting in more work than the person next to me. I've trained and done this skill stuff. So it opens up your game mentally, just being able to be confident.
Well, that's huge. And you and your brothers and sister were always hard workers, which goes a long way in and of itself. But we talk about confidence, and part of what I do with all the lessons still today is just trying to get kids to feel good about what they're doing out there. And looking back, was it fun to you if mom and dad said, "Hey, we're going to do lessons, with Dave, or we're going to put some extra work in at the rink, get in the shooting room, whatever"? Was it, awesome, let's go, or was it, I just want to stay home today?
Oh no, absolutely. It was excitement, because at that time we were living out in Williamston, so Wayne County.
Yep.
So it was quite a drive to get to the rink.
I remember you.
So on days when we had lessons, we would get out of school early to get to the lesson on time, because it was late afternoon kind of thing, right? So So yeah, I remember, and kids would always be like, "Oh, where are you going?" And it's like, "I'm going to play hockey," kind of thing. Which
Mom and Dad had to come up with a new excuse every day.
Yeah, I don't know if the administration was happy about it, but.
Hey, Mr. Winn, why are you leaving school today? Well, my mom asked my mom.
Yeah, ask my mom. Exactly. Should come up with it, right? But no, yeah, it was excitement. It was like it was a reason to get out of school. It's like that's your escape right there. It's like to go play hockey. So
we're gonna take a quick break from the interview. Say hi to our friends at Perani's Hockey World and check out this Rockin' Hockey highlight goal by Sully Allen. Great goal, Sully, and nice Sally to go with it. Now, back to the interview. If you had to give any advice to young players out there, or athletes for that matter, what would it be growing up, knowing what you went through, what worked, what you really enjoyed, what you remember now as a college athlete? What would it be?
Advice, I'd say, is like for me, and this is just like from my personal experience, would be just like don't forget why you're playing the game of hockey. Don't forget you're playing this game because you love it. And if you don't love it, then maybe you should take a little bit of a step back and figure out what you're really into, because like you really shouldn't feel, especially when you're growing up and training and playing hockey, like there's pressure on you to do anything.
Yeah.
Like you're going and playing the game every day because you love it, because you want to get better at it. And like it's as simple as that, really. It's easy to get caught up in like performance statistics and all that, but if you just stick to the grindstone and you keep working every day, and you keep growing that love for the sport, good things are going to happen. You can't get caught up in little things on production and statistics like weekend to weekend. It's more about the love of the game, learning new things every day, paying attention, being able to take constructive criticism, and battle through adversity, really. And I think the mental aspect of the game still is so heavily underrated. Like being a college athlete, I'd say, like for me, my success, or like being able to crack the lineup alone is like 80% mental, 20% physical.
And everything that made you what you are today come from all those experiences.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're going to take another break from the interview to check out another highlight video. This one from our good friend John Beato, ripping it up on the guitar. That away, John. Keep it rocking. Don't forget to send in your highlight videos, whether it's hockey or music, to the Rockin' Hockey Show. Now, back to the interview. So now, Ryan, tell us a little bit about your other life as a social media guru.
Yeah.
Or would it be a social media ninja?
Ninja, I like that. That's good. Maybe we should coin that. Started making videos. So I went to prep school. I went to Trinity Pauling, and I met one of my teachers there who got me into video making, film making, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And I started by making, it was like a project, basically just made like a lip sync video, kind of just like fun, like playing around with music. I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to make more videos like this. And my in was kind of like the hockey world, so like I started making vlogs. A lot of them were hockey based, and this was obviously on YouTube, and was cutting them down for Instagram, doing different posts for that. And then TikTok came around. Like, I don't even know how old it is now. I started like a year and a half ago on TikTok.
Right.
And things kind of blew up from there. So I was just kind of posting consistently on TikTok. I think the first like little series I had that did really well was just literally with my teammates on Extra Ice. We would just do like celebration compilations, like just pick out the best hockey celebrations, remake them, recreate them, and like those just started like stuff we were like, whoa, dude, what's happening? It was like 2.7 million views on our first video.
And it's not to go off on a tangent, but we talked about how much fun you've had with hockey and how it's influenced your life, and now this other part of your life comes in and hockey's still influencing you. And it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like we were talking about, like most of my social media following is because like of the hockey videos, right? So and it's interesting, like my whole thing, right? So like I started like the buttery hockey, of course I'm wearing the shirt, but shameless plug. Started the the Buttery Hockey Count so I could have more specific hockey content and have more plans in the framework for what that kind of brand or business is going to be like. But really, it kind of stems from bringing this fun, TikTok. You can call it cringy, you can call it whatever you want. It's dances, it's trends, it's
right.
It's just playful, kind of fun. And for me, it's I've been a hockey player my whole life, but I've also been a goofball. I've done theater and all this stuff. People will be on my team, even in high school, they're like, dude, why are you doing theater? And I'm I was just kind of because I want to do it. It's something that interests me. So, that kind of moment was really I just gotta stop caring about what other people think. I enjoy theater, and it's I enjoy hockey. I can do both. It's not a big deal.
I watch a lot of your YouTube videos, and I see that shirts are optional.
Yeah, it's
When you make some of your videos, is it just random, or is there a lot of thought into it, or you kind of just see what happens?
There's definitely thought that goes into it, for sure. I mean, sometimes I just get an idea, and it's oh, this will be it'd be really funny or really aesthetically pleasing, so I'll just run with an idea.
Be yourself and let people enjoy you as who Ryan Winn is. So. Yeah. How long do you think you work on your hair before each video?
That's a good question. The hair care has been it's been extensive lately. But the hockey videos, I actually just take the bucket off and I just kind of puff it up and whatever.
But back in the 80s?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just trying to get as much volume as possible,
But, most of your videos are very random.
Yeah, pretty random.
So, right, every now and then you've been known to kind of just break into a dance out of nowhere. Does that happen at home too, or is it?
Yeah, it's
Mom and Dad kind of look at you every now and then?
I'm a dancer, I like to move. I can't lie,
Well, listen, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on the Rockin' Hockey Show, and I hope to get you on more episodes and more shows, and wish you the best of luck with everything.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
True or false? There has been a hockey game canceled because of rain. True. In 1995, the San Jose Sharks had to cancel a game because a local river flooded due to rain and made getting to the rink very dangerous, and they had to cancel the game. So for the first and only time, hockey was canceled because of rain.
Hey, you should check out Trotta. I did.
Hockey from home. Going old school.
This is Rockin' Hockey.
Hey, what's up, hockey and rock and roll fans? And welcome to another day of Skate to Be Great on the Rockin' Hockey Show. This is where we work on skating to help you become a great player. Today's going to be a great day because we've got some special guests helping us out today, and today we are truly rocking. Hey, like I said, we got some special guests today helping us with Skate to Be Great. We got Wesley. Hi, Wes. We got Miles.
Hello.
We got Julian.
Hi.
Wes is 12, Miles is 10, and Julian's 8, and they're going to help us on Skate to Be Great on the Rockin' Hockey Show. Can you guys do this with your fingers? No, with your glove. All right, take your glove off. There you go, see? Hey, good morning. Welcome to the office. Another edition of Skate to Be Great on the Rockin' Hockey Show. Today we're going to work on some pivoting. And pivoting, obviously very important no matter what position you play. Very important for defensemen, but also important for forwards, being able to change directions, face the play, protect the puck. So lots of great things that you can do with good pivoting skills. A couple things that we want to make sure we're doing is staying balanced, not losing our speed, being able to see the ice or the play, have a good stick so that we can defensively play puck on puck or stick on stick, not puck on puck, stick on stick, or stay with the player, or offensively how to make sure that the puck is not slowing us down so we can accelerate. Did you catch all that? Because I'm not going to repeat it, all right? You may have to buy the Cliff Notes if you missed it, because there will be a test. Coach Dave, when will we be done with skating skills? Well, I guess when we've covered everything about skating there is to cover, and there's a lot, so we're going to keep at it with more Skate to Be Great. All right, let's rock and roll. So let's talk a little bit about pivoting. All right, pivoting is when we're changing directions, okay, from forward to backward or backward to forward, and or when we're transitioning forward to backward. You call it changing directions, transitioning, whatever. In the same direction, opposite directions, doesn't matter. But today we're going to work on going in the same direction with pivots, okay? Forward to backward, backward to forward in the same direction. Now, as we've always talked about, your stick is your steering wheel, okay? It can be a guitar, or it can be your steering wheel, okay? When I want to turn left, my stick goes left. When I turn right, my stick goes right. When I want to change directions, my stick leads me. And like we talked about with stopping and tight turns is, what happens is, my stick and my nose start turning. What that does, it turns my upper body, okay? Now once my upper body starts turning, that allows my hips to open up. Once my hips are opened up, it's easy to open up my feet now, okay? I can't open up my foot very well when my chest and my shoulders and my nose are all pointing in this direction. Or if my stick is over here and I'm trying to pivot that way, okay? So your stick is going to help you open up your body so that your feet can pivot. All right, so if I'm going to go this way, look at my nose and my stick start leading this direction so I can see. See how my upper body's rotating now? That opens up my hips, which now allow my feet to open up. Okay, same concept, like I said, with stopping. It allows your feet to do what they're supposed to do. If your upper body and your hips are staying straight, it's very difficult to make that transition right there. Okay, so head and shoulders and stick are leading me. All right, hips, then feet. Okay, now, if you can count to 2, this is the process. It's 1, 2. You got 2 feet, 1 foot opens, all right, and then the other foot opens. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See how that works? Very simple. Lift your feet up. We don't want to drag our feet when we're pivoting because that's going to slow us down or possibly even trip us. Okay. Now notice I'm not crossing over. Okay. I'm not crossing over. I'm just opening up when I do this. So again, we come back to 1 foot is opening. What's the other foot doing? Say it. We go through this almost every show. Gliding. Yes. Okay. So while 1 foot opens, the other foot is gliding. Okay. So I lift up 1 foot, put it down, lift up the other foot, put it down. Okay. And it all happens very quickly, but we don't want to cross over when we're doing this or drag our feet. A crossover is just going to trip us up. Especially if we're last man back as a defenseman. Last thing you want to do is try to cross over when you're playing somebody when you're pivoting, because good chances you're going to just trip on your feet there. Okay, so you're just going to open. Now I'm back in that hockey position. Boom. Okay, simple as that. And we got some great helpers today to help us do that. Now, here's the other thing. Okay, try not to get confused, so pay close attention. Whatever way you're pivoting, okay, it's always your inside foot that opens up first, okay? Well, I'll say it again. Whatever way you're pivoting, it's always your inside foot that opens up first. So if I'm pivoting in this direction, that would be my right leg. My right leg opens first, then my left leg. Now I'm pivoting back in this direction. My stick leads me. My left leg now opens first. Okay, now I'm going to go this direction. All right, my stick leads me. My left leg opens first, or my inside leg, and then my other leg comes around. Okay, so always your inside leg first. All right, my helpers have arrived to help us with Skate to Be Great on the Rockin' Hockey Show. Back in time, y'all smile faces, places one of a kind. High five here.
Check out Charlotte's awesome brunch every Sunday. Now let's rock!
Check out TrottaRocksHistory.com.
This is Rockin' Hockey! I'm Julian, this is the Rockin' Hockey Show.
I'm Carson Red, and I play for the Oakland Junior Grizzlies. And I'm Brendan Red, and I play for the Oakland Junior Grizzlies. And you're watching the Rockin' Hockey Show.